Hey YouTube, Ray here, and I'm back with an unboxing of the fake or clone LG G3. And I'm actually going to have two videos up at the same time. This one here is the unboxing and sort of first look, turning it on, running through it real quick. And I'll have a second video that's more in-depth on how to tell how it's fake, or sort of like the differences between the real one and fake one. I don't actually have a real one to compare with, but I'll do my best to sort of point out areas that are really clear indicators of how it's fake. So again, this video is more for if you're actually interested in learning more about this fake phone here, and the other video will be more if you're trying to avoid buying the fake one. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, they do a really good job copying the box. Now, the box isn't always, the easiest thing because it's different around the world. It's actually not a perfect copy because most LG G3 boxes have this more metal look on it. Obviously it's a cardboard box, but it has a metal look to it. This one's just sort of a plain gray. But it is, if you're not really too focused on the box, it's very hard to tell that it would be a fake box because it has all the branding, the awards and stuff like that. Even the back talks about certain features and certain specs and stuff. So, and has the LG logo there on the top as well. So very difficult to tell from the box. But if you did know like that the box is supposed to be a little metal look, it might be difficult. But again, that could vary depending on where you are in the world. So anyways, let's go ahead and actually open it up. Here is the phone. Let's just quickly look through what else is in the box. So you've got a wall charger. It says LG on it. It looks a little different from the charger that you normally get. It's normally like just more straight like this instead of having this little thing sticking out here. But again, that could change depending on where you live. Again, this is the North American version. Depending on where you live and where you order it, you'll get the charger for that place. This is the USB cable. It's your standard micro USB cable. And you've got a manual, which looks like the actual LG manual. There you go. And you get a pair of headphones, which is actually pretty awesome because like I know the Verizon and T-Mobile versions of the real LG G3 don't even give you headphones, so it's cool that the fake one actually gives you headphones. Anything else. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at the actual phone. Comes in this little protective pouch here. Let's go ahead and pull it out. And it looks like you actually do get a screen protector here, which is, again, pretty awesome because that's not really something you would get with the real phone. So there you go. And here is the phone, the LG G3, the fake or clone version. From first glance, it's very good job in copying the phone. You've got this brushed metal look that the real one has, but obviously it is plastic just like the real one. All the button placements and everything seem exactly the same. This little metal band around the sides, the LG logo here on the bottom, as well as on the back in the middle there. So again, as the real one, you would have a speaker grill here. You'd have the dual LED flash here. You would have that there, the camera, and the up and down volume buttons, as well as the power button. The LG logo looks exactly in the same position. The only thing I notice here is that the color for the silver band here looks a little lighter than it should be, like a little lighter than the real one, as well as this logo here looks just a little bit smaller than the real logo would be. Other than that, an amazing job. Let's go ahead and open it up. I didn't see a battery in the box, so I'm assuming it's in here. How do I open this? Yep, so it's just like the real one. There's a little thing on the bottom of the right side of the phone. And you open it through there, and yep, the battery's in there. So the same 3,000 milliamp battery. It does look very similar again to the real one. Some LG G3s I've seen, they do have the whole micro SD SIM card slot here. The contacts, they should be all evenly spaced. There is this big space in between the second and third one here, which again, most real ones I've seen are evenly spaced out. So maybe that's one little difference there. But the grill here, everything else looks the same. Again, the battery was already in it. You've got the LG and probably a fake IMEI number there. An LG battery, which is pretty awesome. And actually, I don't see any NFC contacts or anything here, so I guess that's another giveaway there. So let's go ahead and actually turn on the phone. Okay, so I took the plastics front thing off before I turn it on, so let's just go ahead and turn it on. Again, here's the power button in the back. And talking about the buttons, yes, all the buttons are pretty much on the back here, with the power button and volume buttons on the back. The bottom here just has the micro USB port, and as you can see, the LG logo shows up when you turn it on. A standard 3.5mm headphone jack, your mic, and nothing on the sides except this little slit here to open up the back so you can get to the battery and a SIM card and mic and put a micro SD in there. And the top just has your what's supposed to be your IR blaster. Not sure if it's actually is an IR blaster or not. But there you go. As you can see, it turned on. And running through the specs, again, this has the same 5.5-inch screen as the real one. The only thing is this one's a 720p screen, and again, it does look very nice. I can't really see any pixels or anything at all. I guess if I looked very, very closely. But my camera just doesn't do it justice. The screen is quite nice. I mean, we all know how 720p screens look like. They're not like the worst screens ever. They're not amazing as the real LG G3, because that is the major selling point of the real one, is its quad HD screen, or the 2560 by 1440 screen it has. But 720p is not bad at all. This does have an 8 megapixel rear camera here with LED flash. The real one is a 13 megapixel, so again, a little lacking in that department as well. The front camera is pretty much the same. This one has a 2 megapixel front camera, while the real one has a 2.1 megapixel. They're both quad core, but the real one has 3 gigs of RAM. This one only has 1 gig of RAM. And they both run Android KitKat, and both have the 3000 milliamp battery, as I already showed when I opened up the back. And another major difference, though, is the fact that the real one can run 4G LTE data, while the fake one only runs up to 3G. So again, that's a little downside. But when comparing these, we always have to remember the ultimate spec, if you want to call it, the price. And the real one comes in at anywhere from like $650 to $750, depending on where you live, while this fake one here is $150 worldwide. Which is, you know, the difference is like $500, which is ridiculous. So obviously we can't compare. We're not really comparing apples to apples here, even though this is a clone phone and it's supposed to copy the real one. But for a fraction of the price, like, you know, 3-4 times less of the price, obviously you can't expect the same sort of performance and specs. But so I'll give it its fair review and run through everything. Again, this was just a quick unboxing and just want to show off, you know, the software and how it looks. It's your typical LG Android software. Here's all your apps here, your standard apps, Play Store there, as you saw here, Maps, Facebook, everything else you would want to download would be in the Play Store anyways. Comes with BBM as well. Let's see here. One cool feature of the LG G3 is the whole double tap or knock feature that they have to lock and unlock. So let's go ahead and try that. You just double tap here. There you go. Sorry, I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Let's try that again. So you double tap and it should turn on. There you go. Swipe to unlock. So let's try that again. There you go. Pretty quick. Pretty surprising for fake phone, which sometimes are known to lag. But again, this is quad core and has 1 gig of RAM, so it shouldn't be too slow. So I doubt this phone will have a lot of the LG software features that are built in. It did have the knock, as we saw, where you double tap to lock and double tap to unlock or to turn on again. But again, like the LG, if you held this, you would have like Q Notes or something and like Q Voice, I believe, on this either side of Google, which you don't have here. Again, you do have the Google thing here, so it does open up that, which is pretty cool. But again, it is Android, so it definitely does have, you know, the Play Store, as I showed off, and a lot of the other apps and whatever you would want. It just doesn't have certain LG features. There's your notification, whatever you want to call it. Basically summarizing all your quick settings and your notifications here. Typical LG or Android. Again, this is just the unboxing. If you have anything else you want to see or want me to go over that I might have missed here, this is just a quick run through, just showing it off. I will have all of that in the review. Please leave it in the comments down below and I will go over that feature for you. Again, just opening up some of the apps. Let's see. There's your calendar. There's your calculator. Normally you would have a button here, I think, called Q Slide, which would like make it smaller, and it would show up on your main screen as just like a smaller little app here, and you could slide it around. So little things like that the LG G3 would normally have just doesn't exist here. There's your camera, again 8 megapixels, so not as good as the real one, but I guess usable enough. So again, this is just a quick unboxing. Please leave anything you want to see in the full review, any software features or any things you want, or any questions you have at all related to this phone, in the comments down below, and I'll try to answer it in the review. Again, I have another video up at the same time going over how to like fully in-depth talk or look at a fake one and see the differences between the real one if you are planning to try and buy a real one off.